Scott Johnson, and welcome to our next video through Conscious Matrix Communication, where we'll be talking more in regards to vibratory mechanics. Now, this will be a series that will include different themes relating to vibratory mechanics. So what we're going to be talking about specifically today is boosting your energy field. Alright, so that's going to be the topic of today's discussion. And yes, I do have better markers this time, so you guys will hopefully be able to see this a lot better. Again, I apologize for using those kind of crappy markers. And yeah, got a brand new camera, everything like that. So, we're going to go ahead and talk CMC about boosting your energy field. So what is it about the human body in regards to its natural state? So let's draw out this guy here. Alright, here's your typical human body. And so you're talking about entry and exit apertures that are coming through the top of the crown and through the bottom of the perineum. Alright, and all of these lines intersect. So you have a very large energy field here. Many people may refer to as one of the expansion states of the energy field as the Akashic field or the ethereal field. That based upon certain emotional states, this particular field can actually expand anywhere from 15 to 25 feet, perhaps even more, depending upon, the great form of emotion brought forward through that mechanic. So anyways, we have our natural toroidal-shaped energy field here that's again moving up through the crown chakra and through the bottom of the perineum. Very similar to the Earth, as the Earth herself represents the energy field from the top of the North Pole here, from the bottom of the South Pole here. Earth's crown chakra, Earth's perineum. And again, they all interconnect. And this can be commonly referred to as the Earth's energy field or magnetic field, electromagnetic plane field, whatever you want to call it. Alright? So, let's just take a look in regards to what many common forms of energy bodies that go through your average, modern Western kind of day, represent through some trying times. Perhaps a lot of emotional baggage being carried around, a lot of forms of distortion coming in through thought forms, etc. like that. And what happens is this field gets disrupted. So we're talking about a lot of squiggly lines here and a lot of energy misalignments. So what's happening here? Well, basically what's happening is thought forms are coming together and basically dispersing much of the energy patterns. Now, it's not just thought forms, but these are particular forms of patterns that affect us emotionally. So our emotional body is basically just crying out. It's becoming overactive. As we meet other people from day to day, we got Joe here, and we got Bob here, and they're PO'd, they're just so angry about their day. It was so unfair. Oh, I'm getting demoted, or I'm getting laid off. Oh, I gotta go home and cook dinner, or I gotta pick up the kids. I don't want to work tomorrow, etc., etc., etc. And all of these thought forms are transmitting to those within their local area. Now, this is just one example. There can also be thought forms brought forward in regards to distance or remote. But a lot of these particular thought forms are being rubbed off. And here's a little secret for a lot of you guys. The majority of the thought forms that we experience on a daily basis aren't even our own thoughts. They're literally being rubbed off from other particular people. They can even be utilized in regards to, I guess you could say, the unseen beings. Beings that literally remain unseen. These would represent discarnates, depending, of course, where you are on the planet. But here we got all this mess of thought forms. And here we are emotionally assigning these particular thought forms to ourselves. Because we feel, why am I feeling that? I've had like such a beautiful day this morning and early this afternoon, and all of a sudden I come home and I feel absolutely miserable. I feel drained. I don't get what's happening here. What the beep is going on? Well, let's take a look at that a little bit further. Alright, let's remove Joe and Bob here. And let's just look at yourself here a bit more. Alright, so these thought forms again, coming through, what is the basis? Obviously, it's all about the thoughts that are coming through our mind. And we feel that, oh my goodness, the car payment. Oh my goodness, my rent's due. Oh my goodness, I got this bill to pay. Oh my goodness, the kids are acting crazy, etc., etc. All these particular attachments relating to thought forms we're assigning as our own, simply because we're processing all these thoughts in our mind here. And as we process, we're allowing ourselves to emotionally assign these anchors that are bringing in these thoughts. And they were never your own to begin with. And this is what happens. You're going to your office, you're meeting new people, and you just know that, they may not even say a word, but you know for a fact that they're bringing you down. You just walk past them and you just get this really odd feeling. I just don't get this at all. This person, I met him for the first time and never talked to him, but all of a sudden, all of these thought forms are being bombarded by you. Thoughts are never private. They are public, and you are a walking broadcasting tower. You're the one who's going to be picking up a lot of these transmissions. Other people will be picking up your transmissions. It all depends in regards to your state of being. Alright? So that's the whole idea, is that we emotionally assign the anchorings of these thought forms, and we make them our own. Oh, I'm feeling like crap today. I feel horrible. I'm worried about the bills. I'm panicking. Well, how do we remedy this in regards to vibrational mechanics? Well, let's create a whole new drawing here. And let's take a look and see exactly how we can deal with a lot of these thought forms that we're literally just attaching to ourselves on a daily basis. Alright? So, here again is the idea of our particular physical body. Alright? Sorry, don't want to make it look like a primate. So again, here we have all of these thought forms. Alright? Thought forms that we're basically attaching to. Yeah, drew on my wall there for a bit. Oh. And how are we looking to clear that out? A lot of people will say, well, just go into a nice meditative state. And for some, this can be beneficial. Give yourself some Om time. Right? With your feet. And your eyes are closed. And you're in a nice, blissful state of meditation. But you're still having some trouble, especially for those who are kind of novice or, just starting to begin with meditation. You try to clear your mind, but all of these thought forms are staying within. And you're just kind of squinting your eyes. No, I don't want to think about this. I want to go into a peaceful state. Now again, this isn't for all meditators. A lot of other meditators are able to go into meditative states who are a little more experienced and are able to dissipate these thought forms. Alright? But there can be times where you're literally going into such an extremity relating to the thought forms that you cannot concentrate through your meditative state, no matter what you do. You're putting on nice background music, it's very relaxing, you dim the lights, you put some incense up, you're around all these beautiful colors, etc., but something still isn't happening. You're still not being able to go fully deeply into meditation. So meditation, again, is a good option for those who are more experienced with it, but let's just say that it's just you right now. You may, for example, this you is a novice, okay? He's very new to the whole idea of meditation. What is it that helps us to purge these thought forms? one of the best remedies that we can actually utilize on this planet is Mother Earth herself. Trees themselves are one of the best natural healers that you can literally come across. Go out and enjoy yourself. And if you know you've had a hard day, go outside, step into your backyard, move away from technology. Give technology a break for a day. Go by this really beautiful park within your area with all this grass. Sit among the grass. Sit amongst the tree. Just sit right here and just enjoy yourself. That's one great way in regards to how you're utilizing nature to clear yourself. Now, if you feel that you're in a very large industrial metropolis, and if you feel that, well, I don't really have that much nature around, well, let's look at another option. All right? Buy some plants for your space. Get something that's just really, really beautiful. Just a nice little plant in your space and creating your own sacred sanctuary. Now, sacred sanctuary isn't always about colors, it isn't always about nice music, it isn't always about personal items that you have up on the wall here, like Uncle Joe who makes you so happy. It's about bringing nature into your sanctuary. This is something that can be very, very helpful and something that's very important. So if you're not in an area where there's not a lot of nature, the parks aren't around, you probably have to walk 15 to 20 blocks to your nearest park. If you want to go ahead and do that, by all means go ahead. But look into making this space your own. Just fill it with nature. Right? That's the whole idea. That's how you're gaining solution. What you do is, as you're around plants, because plants are so naturally symbiotic to nature, they're sending you these unconditionally loving vibes. And what they're doing is you spend quite a great deal of time amongst your beautiful natural sanctuary here. These thought forms are starting to dissipate because the nature itself works to remove. These are not just, beautiful, gorgeous plants that are unconditionally loving. They are amplifiers and they are collectors. And so plants themselves are a wonderful tool to utilize if you're very new to meditation or just going out in nature and just enjoying the grass, enjoying the trees, just laying by a tree, and again, the sanctuary. This is what can really assist you in dissipating a lot of those thoughts. So it's very, very important to at least have a sacred sanctuary within your space that has some surrounding plants. You can have anything like rubber tree plants, or beautiful roses, or violets, pansies, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you feel is something that really represents a divine harmony with you on a natural level. So you're just returning to nature. Nature really is a great form of healer relating to our complicated days. Now let's move back more to improving your energy field in regards to what you may find within the natural household. All right? So, odds are each and every single one of us have these in our place, electrical sockets. All right? We also have Wi-Fi. Some of us may have TVs, computers, of course. And all of these particular forms of technologies are great culprits. Even what's in your kitchen, your stove. Right? So your modern appliances are all part of what's known as ELF and EMF bombardment, I should say. ELF, EMF. Right? Extreme low frequencies, electromagnetic frequencies. These are culprits. This is what really distorts your energy. Now, you may have dissipated a lot of those particular thought forms, but basically what's happening is you're just enjoying yourself right here, just feeling at peace, able to meditate now because you're around nature. But what's happening is a lot of your field is still very distorted. Alright? Now, ELFs and EMFs are brutal for this. What is the basic example I can give in regards to how they work against you, so to speak? This is in that sense not fear, nothing to do with fear propaganda, but it's just important for you to know about what these particular frequencies, these energy fields are doing as well too. Imagine a very clear screen where you see a man here, and it's literally being distorted by white noise. And so you're not able to see the clarity of the screen. You're not able to see it in pure high definition. Instead, you're getting this white snow effect. And this is the example of what ELF and EMF does to you. It's distorting your signal. It's preventing you from being able to expand, to bringing yourself into a bit of a, much more tranquil state, even though you have been out in nature. So what's the solution in regards to the EMF, ELF issue? Well, let's take a look a little bit further. There is the natural technology that a lot of people have come to use, known as orgon or orgonite. And these are repellers. They repel a lot of these particular low frequency fields. Now, this is not the only thing that you can use. Orgonite can be great. I have personally used it myself, and I have felt a lot better, placing it by my computer, placing it by my kitchen, my appliances and stuff like that, and I have felt a lot better. For me, it works really well. But again, not everybody has orgonite. So, what else can we do? Well, once we have allowed ourselves to go into nature and tap into the beauty that nature is, a lot of us are able to literally retrieve particular forms of symbols. And this is something that you can utilize as well, as everything that you create in regards to symbols holds a vibration. This is one very simple one. A counterclockwise spiral. Now again, you can feel free to dress it up. You can put some nice colors in between it. And basically what you're doing is you're putting the intention behind it. Now if you don't want to just use a spiral, you can represent the idea of utilizing words within the spiral. Alright? So here's one. Repel. Alright? Here's another one. Heal. Alright? Let's do one more. Disperse. Alright? That's just one particular example. You can always put like a nice little heart in the center here as well. Basically what you're doing is you're giving your own symbol relating to how you can anchor in your own energy, your own consciousness that's sculpting out this energy to literally create this symbol and placing it in areas that you know are EMF, ELF culprits. Your plugins in your wall, your television, your monitor, your computer, your stove, again, all of these areas. And you're basically just creating these symbols to create a harmony. And what you'll discover is that everything will start to become a lot more lighter. Simply because you've given your collective intention. Every time you're walking into your kitchen or you're walking into your front room and you see those, you're anchoring that energy in regards to repelling, healing, dispersing. And a lot of these frequencies are actually starting to dissipate, and they will not bring in such a demand relating to your own inconveniences and disturbances to your energy body. Alright? So this is something that people can use. This is something that I've used personally in the past. It worked fantastic because I'm literally empowering this symbol and I'm creating this intention in regards to removing a lot of those particular forms of EMF and ELF hubs, the source transmissions to where a lot of them come. And again, they all start with the electrical outlets. So go ahead and you just kind of create like a small thing on a piece of paper here. Okay? And again, you can use any particular symbol you like. I prefer to use the counterclockwise spiral, as it does represent the harnessing of spiritual energy coming through. And just start writing some designs, something that helps you to empower yourself, and just placing it amongst the electrical outlets, amongst all of your appliances and electronics. If you have an iPad or an iPhone, put something on the back. Maybe you can engrave something in regards to dispersing a lot of those particular harmful frequencies.